We go.
There we go. Now it's
What's up, guys? Oh, my bad. We had a whole conversation and
talking to ourselves.
talking to ourselves. I thought it was live, but hey, guys, how you guys doing? I don't know how many people we have on here. I don't know if I can check. But this is my special guest. This is Jay. This is my brother. He knows more about basketball. I know more about football. You're a Laker fan, aren't you?
No, actually,
Or you're a
uh,
Knicks fan?
yeah,
Knicks fan. That's
but
right. That's
I am a LeBron fan.
La Flop. He's a La Flop five guys. So I don't like what I see from LeBron right now. I mean, he's playing lazy.
I like what I see from LeBron. I mean, he's not playing at all right now because he's hurt. But I mean, come on, let's be honest. I mean, when he was playing out there on the floor, he's been great this season. It's not him per se that's the issue. It's the Lakers roster is overloaded with
Yeah,
talent, and you don't know how to mesh all these things together. I said it over the summertime. On paper, they look great, but you're adding Russell Westbrook in the wrong mix, and
yeah,
you can see Russell Westbrook has phenomenal games. The last two games, LeBron wasn't playing. You
yeah.
know what I mean, you can't have two elite point guards out there on the floor at the same time. That doesn't make any sort of sense to me. The Lakers are going to get embarrassed in the playoffs by the Warriors. I can guarantee it. Steph is going to spank that
But
booty.
wait. We'll talk about that later because the Warriors are winning right now. They're probably gonna go 5-0. What's up, Steve? What's up, Turtle? Guys, you guys made it. We're gonna talk a little about the Raiders right now. Um, how? What do you think about the Raiders? Have you been watching the Raiders? Have you even been watching football?
I catch glimpses of it.
Well, he's a New York Jets fan, so you gotta
It's
kind of
depressing
feel
to watch football.
he pretty much like the Raiders, have a horrible season. But I mean, you guys been having a horrible season since the Mark Sanchez days. That's was your glory days.
The Mark Sanchez days was the last good days that the Jets ever
Hmm.
had, and they traded him away because we have the worst ownership in the league, and Woody
Yeah.
Johnson can go f himself because it's God, it's a sad show.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
think the Raiders need to be consistent to follow through with the season. It's like I was saying before, you have certain teams who come in blazing and then they lose that steam towards the end. The Giants did it for years. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? The Raiders, the last couple of years, they've been on the up and up. It helps too when teams change venues.
Hmm.
Like moving to Las Vegas really helped them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know why, but you know, I mean, it's a good morale boost, I guess. I don't know, but it's worked for the team. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't think the Raiders are going to win a title in the next 3 years.
Mm.
I'd say they have a shot in the next five, but uh, there's a lot of great talent coming into the league. Um, there's a lot of great talent coming into the league. The Raiders, the Raiders are going to have to make a choice if they want to grab some of this talent. They're either going to have to throw a season, you know what I mean, or they're going to have to move some stuff around, free up some money, try to get some stronger players to come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's still a lot to be hoped for. And last season, it ended kind of disappointing for them. It was you look sad. Don't be sad.
No,
It
no.
was
I'm
it
I'm
was
I'm letting, I'm letting you go. I'm
it
I'm
was
waiting.
it was disappointing because it's like you could have done more. You could have done more. You could have done better. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It was really a combination of the bad coaching, and lax defense. I won't even say bad defense because you can
No, it was
have
bad.
great.
It was bad. It was bad. It was
It
complex.
felt lazy. It felt lazy. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
there's some disconnect happening off the field that we're not seeing. You know what I mean? And you have to have good chemistry all throughout your organization. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
Um, and it falls on. It's always going to fall on the coaches because you're running the team. The guys are going to go in the field and do this dumb stuff they do. It's your job as the coach to fix that, adjust that, figure out what you need to do to make yourself better. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
the Raiders need to have a championship.
Hmm.
It's it's you can't keep saying, oh, we're having better and better seasons. Pretty soon they're gonna have to deliver. I just don't think they're gonna deliver in the next 3 years. I do see them at a championship game in the next 3 years, but I think it's just gonna end disappointing.
You done? You
Yes.
finished? Can I go?
Go ahead.
Let me say something real quick. We have Paul Gunther as a defensive coordinator. Paul Gunther is now with the Minnesota Vikings, and they have a horrible defense.
Hmm.
Raiders have a way better defense. Let me tell you something. Let me give some stats real here. Stats real quick, okay? We got, let's see, Jonathan Abram. Last year, he was the leading tackler for the Raiders.
Hmm.
He had 86 tackles. You know who Denzel Perryman is? He's the middle linebacker for the Raiders. He has 81 tackles right now. Woof, way better. Okay, then right now, let's see. We got Max Crosby. He had 5. Let's see, 5 last season.
Hmm.
5 sacks all season. This season, or no, he had 5 this season. Last season, he had only 7. So he's almost caught up to that.
Hmm.
The whole count for sacks last season and getting to the quarterback was 21. 21.
Right.
This season, we have 18. Way better. This defense is way better, and I think it can keep competition. And the only thing we need to do is need to stop the run. That's what's been the very concern with the Raiders is we need to stop the run because our pass is good, but I mean they don't really pretty much run the ball, and that's where the main concern of Gus Bradley defense is stopping the run.
Hmm.
So I mean, we have worked on our defense. I mean, Gus Bradley has done amazing things. Like I mean, 86 tackle last season, and that was Jonathan Abram, our safety. And now we got Denzel Perriman, and we got him this season for a 7th rounder from Carolina. He's been a steal. He has 81 tackles right now. That's pretty amazing. I think that's first in the NFL with Bobby Wagner.
Hmm.
So I mean that's incredible. And now they have 18 sacks, and last season through the whole season they had 21 sacks. We are 3 sacks away from equaling that record from last season. So I mean, this defense is getting better and better, and this is a young, hungry defense. So I mean, it's just little things we have to take care of. But I do think this season Derek Carr is taking the Raiders to the playoffs. And, it could be like the Eagles, the underdogs. Nobody thought the Eagles were going to make the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. Come on. They got the magic. And the whole do you know what's going on with the John Gruden situation?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, wouldn't a team, after hearing your coach, they believed in John Gruden, he was the hype man, wouldn't it crumble, you think, the next 2 games after that? Because they lost to the Bears. They got embarrassed to the Bears.
Yeah.
Then they had to come back. I think it was on a Wednesday or Thursday. They heard everything that John Gruden was saying.
Uh-huh.
All the emails came out. Don't you think a team would have crumbled and just gave up for the season? But the Bears like, nah, we ain't giving up. We believe in the system. We believe we have a championship team now, and they won the last 2 games. And next we play the Giants, and I think we're gonna stomp them just like the Eagles and the Denver Broncos.
Everybody's gonna stomp the Giants.
Well, I don't know Giants fans right now. They're all into the hype, bro.
Giants fans are really loyal. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they are. They are.
But I mean, come on, they're last in their division.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like there's no hope for any New York team in football right now.
It looks like Packers. Wait, Arizona Packers. Wait, who won? Crazy finish in Arizona. Packer won. Okay, so Packers beat the Cardinals, so they're not undefeated no more. So
So now
yeah,
they evened up at the top of the food chain. They
yeah.
both got the same record now.
But I think Packers have the tiebreaker since they beat Arizona.
Yeah.
So I mean, Aaron Rodgers did it again, man. Last dance. I
So
mean,
we
I do.
have the Rams, the Cardinals, the Packers, of
The
course, the
Buccaneers.
Buccaneers,
Mm-hmm.
and the Cowboys,
All
all
nine
at the
and one,
top.
or yeah, 6-1.
I think they're 5-1. I think.
Oh yeah, 5-1. Yeah, 5-1. No, is it? No, because Raiders are 5-2, and they wouldn't buy, so they're 6-1.
Who Cowboys?
Yeah, no. I think 6-1 is Green Bay right now. 5-1
Well,
is
now
or
Green Bay should be 7-1 now
yeah.
because they
You're
were
right.
6-1. If they beat the Cardinals, they're
Yeah,
7-1,
that
and now
division is
the
gonna be
Cardinals are 7-1.
that division is gonna be hard
But
for.
now, let's say, for instance, right? Because I'm interested in what you think about the Raiders' chances of winning the championship.
Mhm,
Let's say they go through and they have a amazing fantasy story, and they end up in the Super Bowl. All
mhm.
right, there's a good chance that they're going to be facing against
Buccaneers.
my guy, the goat cheese of the NFL, Sir Brady.
Mhm.
How do you think that pass defense is going to match up against him on that stage?
Now listen, I've been watching the Buccaneers,
Mm-hmm.
and you know who they're reminding me of?
Hmm.
Dallas Cowboys. They're similar. They're similar in defense and they're similar offense. They got good running backs. They got great wide receivers, one of the best in the NFL. They got Mark Cooper,
Mm-hmm.
CeeDee Lamb, maybe Michael Gallup will come back. Also, they got Zeke, which Zeke is like top 5 right now. So they're got a high powered offense. We do play them Thanksgiving. That's the game I want to see because it's an image of the Buccaneers.
Okay.
So I think that will give it if we win that game, which I think the Raiders have one of the best defensive lines in the NFL. They're number one right now at getting pressure to the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And you know Tom Brady, he's a pocket passer. If you can disrupt him in the pocket and keep him off the field, that's how you beat Tom Brady. Take more time. Don't have him on the field. Just like Patrick Mahomes. If you don't have Patrick Mahomes along the field, you pressure Patrick Mahomes, you make him feel uncomfortable. That's how you win the game. So if you look at the defense line for the Raiders right now, they're 18th in sacks. They are number
Yeah.
one at getting pressure to the quarterback. They got they got
It's gonna
Giannis.
be it's gonna be interesting though, that game, because Brady and Carr are the top two quarterbacks in the league right now.
And you got to think Tampa has no cornerbacks right now. They are very thin at it. All their cornerbacks got injured. So I mean, it's easy to pass on them. Like Derek Carr, he's a general right now, man.
Yeah.
Did you see what he did to the Eagles defense? He
Yeah.
was 91%. He's been the best because I think Brady played him. Brady played against the Eagles. Brady plays against the Eagle. Dak Prescott played against the Eagles, and they had 81%. Derek Carr had 91% against that Eagles defense. I mean, Derek Carr, he's taking this team to the playoffs this year. And I mean, Coach Rich, the intern coach, he's not really making the play calls. It's Greg Olson and Derek Carr, and they've been together since Derek Carr's rookie year. So I mean, it's an advantage for Derek Carr, I think.
True.
Or Sherman's not going to play, guys. He's old. He's injured right now. I think he's done.
I know you ain't talking about Richard Sherman.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about Richard Sherman. He's done.
Dusty Sherman. Yeah. I thought he was a decent player. That he just fell into a really great defensive system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was overhyped as a corner. He wasn't a Darrell Revis.
No.
You know what I mean? And he acted
A
like he
Ramsey.
was. At
Yeah.
best, he was just a loudmouth. He was in a great system in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that Legion of Boom, nobody cares who Richard Sherman is.
It was Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas and
Yeah,
Bobby Wagner.
Richard Sherman, Dusty Sherman.
But I mean, so what's it called? Okay, so right now we're going to talk about what the Raiders need to fix, which is we need to stop the run. We're 5-2 right now, guys. I know the trade deadline's coming up. Players that we need is defensive tackle. There was news today that Raiders called for Fletcher Cox. He's the defensive player for the Eagles. He is 31 years old. He's a good player. He's a good run stopper. So the Raiders did call for him, guys. So I don't know if we're gonna make the trade. Michael Booker from the Lions. Raiders are calling for him too. Lennon Collins, the right tackle for the Cowboys. We could trade for him because we do need a right tackle. Now, our offense has been gelling, but it's been against bad defenses. So we play the Bengals. That's going to be a good game. The Bengals, I think, are a serious team too. What do you think about the Bengals?
Uh, I mean, they're nothing to talk about
You
right
think
now.
so?
Yeah, I don't think so.
So
I
do you
think
think?
I think that the Bears are something to look at this year.
No way.
Yeah,
I mean, they did beat the Raiders. I could
I
say that.
well that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But I mean, I'm talking in terms. They're not looking too spectacular right now. You know what I mean? But I think they can stumble into the wild card position. You know what I mean? Like look at the rest of their schedule. Like for the second half of the season, they could do really well with the teams they have left. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, that's true.
They're playing the Niners on Sunday. You know what I mean? The Niners are not great. They're not anything special to look at.
No,
You know what I mean? There's
no.
no potential there. You know, I think the Bears will beat them. It'll be a low scoring game, but I think like the Bears are gonna win most of their games from here on out, and they're gonna stumble into the wild card.
That's interesting. I have to look at the Bears schedule.
The
OBJ.
Bengals, I don't know. Yeah, I mean they got the Jets Sunday, but you never know with them.
No, I
The
don't think the
Jets may
Jets.
blow them out.
You wishing that,
Yeah,
huh, bro?
sure.
You wishing like I blow him out. I mean, Jamar Chase is looking like one of rookie of the
And
year,
the
man.
Jets just went back and got Foley, right?
Yeah, Joe
Foles,
Flacco.
Joe Flacco, whoever the fuck
Joe
they got.
Flacco.
I don't want to talk about the Jets.
I mean, with the Bengals, I mean when they're gonna play the Raiders, and
Uh,
I think the line, the offensive line for the Bengals, they didn't fix nothing. So I mean, they haven't played a really good defense yet.
right.
So I mean, we'll see what happens. But yeah, who who do you have for the Super Bowl? Who do you think? I know you're gonna say Tom Brady.
There you go.
I think Tom Brady's gonna go to the Super Bowl. But for the AFC West, do you think the Bills? Do you think
Whew. The
Arizona,
Bills. Interesting.
Tennessee Titans? I just don't think
Oh,
Matt. I don't like Tannehill for some reason. I don't because if you take away Derrick Henry, Tannehill, he freezes up.
right. I think out of the AFC to match with them in the Super Bowl, uh, I don't think it'll be the Titans. I don't think they'll make it out of the playoffs. I don't think the Bills will make it out of the playoffs. Um,
Don't say the Ravens. Please don't say the
well,
Ravens,
you know
bro.
what? The Bills might have a good chance. Uh,
They're probably one of the
Last year
best.
they got embarrassed
Oh yeah,
in that championship game. They was unprepared for I don't know why, but they just played unprepared.
yeah.
And I was like really looking forward. It would have been good. I just don't think that it'll be them. Um,
Well, they barely lost to the Chiefs, didn't they?
huh?
They barely lost to the Chiefs, didn't they?
Right.
They didn't
But
really get.
see, they got rolled over in the beginning. And then as the game went on, they started like in the second half, they started to play better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
They got
think
embarrassed from the opening kick.
yeah. I think Cleveland got embarrassed when they lost to Chad Henne. That's embarrassing, bro. How you gonna lose to Chad Henne?
Yeah.
But yeah. So who do you think? Okay, you said the Buccaneers, Tom Brady. He's gonna go back to his like 20th Super Bowl. Who do you think he's gonna be playing against?
Whew.
Chargers if they sweep the Raiders. No, I don't think the Chargers are gonna
They're
make the
not going to
Super
sweep
Bowl.
the Raiders.
No, Raiders are gonna win.
Um, let's
Calm down,
see.
Birdman.
I mean, the Titans. I think it's a heavy toss up. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
AFC to me this season seems very weak. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like anybody's necessarily dominated. I mean, you have teams with good records. You know what I mean? But I still see like these teams that are borderline and like the Colts, they may have a decent second half to their season. You know what I mean? Uh, I don't look at the Ravens as anything special. The Browns look really good this year. You know what I mean?
so
And
I've been
that's just
here.
the comparison with how bad historically the Browns are.
I've been hearing Baker Mayfield had a season-ending injury. He had surgery on that arm or something, but I don't know what's going on with him. So I don't even know if he's going to come back this season because
Yeah,
he
I don't know either.
dislocated.
I don't think he is coming back this season. I'm not sure.
I don't know because I've been hearing that he dislocated that shoulder again and he had a surgery, and a lot of people saying he's not gonna play this year. But I mean, I
It
just
it
don't
would
know. But
it would make sense, right? Um, it would make sense that they would keep him out for the season,
yeah,
even if he can come back and play. Um, I think it's important. Like, it's better just rest up, and we'll take this L, and we'll see you next year. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Get back healthier. A lot of players do come back better from certain injuries. It's rare, but when they rush coming back, then it's always disastrous. You know what I mean? Look at Klay Thompson. Look at Kevin Durant. Uh, who else? I'm trying to think of. Look at LT. You know what I'm saying? Like back
yeah,
then, when guys were dealing with concussions, and they were still going out there and playing. So I think they should just sit him for the rest of the season, regardless. It's not
yeah,
worth. It's not worth having him come back and risk more permanent injury. You know what I mean? Just take the season for what it was. You wasn't going to win a chip anyway, and then work on make sure he's back strong and 100% next season.
yeah. I agree. I agree. But I don't know because Baker Mayfield, you know how a lot of these players are stubborn and they're like, I don't want to play. But
Because everybody wants to be the man until you're no longer the man because you're hurt. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And then you end up on the bench.
hmm,
You know what I'm saying? And then you don't want to be in a situation. I'm gonna start calling people the Eli's. You don't want to be a franchise player that gets benched.
yeah. Which that
That
sucks, man.
that
It
is
was,
the worst feeling. It
hmm,
has to be the worst feeling in the world. Only second to the Jets drafting you out of college. That's the only thing I can think that feels worse.
yeah, I gotta agree with you there, man. So wait, who'd you have though? Who do you got? Who you got playing Tom
AFC,
Brady?
the AFC North. Somebody from the AFC North. I
Is it
think what that's the
so?
only division where everyone is at least 500.
So Steel? I don't think the Steelers are gonna. I don't think Big Ben
I'm
is
gonna
the
tell you
same, bro.
something. The Steelers have amazing people in
Oh
their
yeah,
staff. Um, I think they have one of the best coaches
Mike
in
Tomlin, hands down.
in
Yes,
NFL history. I'm
yes,
not talking about now. In history, he's gonna go down as one
that's
of the
one of the best.
greatest.
Hmm.
He's always gonna try to find a way. When I talk about like coaches needing to constantly adjust and make adjustments for the team you're playing, he does it. Like
Yes.
he wakes up in the morning and he's thinking, how am I going to face this team? How am I going to face this team? What adjustments? And he's not afraid to make the risky adjustments in game as long as they get results. I'm not worried about how the Steelers start their season because they could damn well find themselves in a wild card and they're a completely different team when you got to face them in the playoffs. But
Yeah.
their problem and their problem has been the same problem the last couple of years is you got to be healthy to win.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You can't have a bunch of guys out there, in wheelchairs and canes, uh, trying to do something. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
also need more younger talent on their roster.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of young talent coming in this league that's really, really dangerous. You know what I mean? And these guys, a lot of these older guys, they need to start thinking about, hitting the golf course full time.
Yeah. Big Ben is one of them. He needs to retire, man.
That's why I'm glad I respect Tony Romo when he took his infinite leave of absence. I like Tony Romo. I did. I really did. I thought he was underrated. He was a great quarterback in a really bad system.
Yeah. Guys, I'm telling you right now, the Rams aren't gonna beat Tom Brady again. Tom Brady won't let that happen. And I know you guys want to say, "Oh, the Rams, this and that." That's not gonna happen again. Tom Brady is when he's in playoff mode, he's a different guy.
I think after Tom Brady's ring last year, everybody deserves to give this man his respect. That he is the best quarterback to ever pick up a pigskin.
Listen, I'm a Raider fan, and I will never give respect to goddamn Tom Brady. You will never me say I
And
respect him
that
for
is why the Raiders are not getting a chip in the next 3 years.
they gain a trip, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro.
As long as Tom Brady's playing and they have to face him, I'm going to tell you right now, they're not. And Tom Brady's 45.
they're getting a chip, bro. They're gonna beat him in the Super Bowl. I'm telling this right
You know
now.
what's crazy? Tom Brady has what, 8 Super Bowl rings,
No,
right?
yeah, 7.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
7, doesn't he?
I'm
Don't
thinking
don't
about.
calm down,
I'm
bro.
thinking
It
about
is
this
not
season.
this. You're already thinking of him, bro.
But now listen, he's 45, and this season was the first season he threw for over 400 yards in his career.
It's crazy to think. Like I'm gonna say this. It is crazy to think Tom Brady right now is leading the NFL in passer rating, bro, or passing. That is crazy to think about. This guy's 45 years
He's
old.
letting all these boys know that he's daddy. He's letting all the young
Hey, I
men know.
mean, Derek Carr's right there with him. I mean, Derek Carr
He
can
is.
surpass
Yo,
him.
Derek Carr can pass him up when he comes back from a bye week. Just
Yeah,
easily. Easy.
yeah.
That's how close they are.
And you know what? Before the season started, a lot of people said John Gruden got rid of that offensive line. So people are saying Derek Carr is not going to have a great year. Derek Carr is going to be horrible. He's going to stink because he got rid of that offensive line. And he's playing at a high level with the youngest offensive line in NFL. And this is the first year playing together. The only one that's been there was Colin Miller, and everybody else is brand new. So, I
Yep.
mean, Derek Carr is just, I honestly think he'll take the Raiders to the playoffs. And, we could have one of the Eagles like hype runs, like the miracle runs. And that's what I'm hoping for. And I just feel it's different right now because you see after the John Gruden situation, they could just crumble, but they didn't. They said, we're going to win these games. They did it. They went to Denver, Mile High. They said Denver is going to be one of the best defenses in NFL this year. They were saying that before the season started. They said Denver was going to be first or second in the AFC West, best team. I was like, not with Teddy Bridgewater. Bridgewater he was with Carolina, and they're frauds. So I mean, Derek Carr's just doing amazing things right now. And I
Yes.
honestly think, and I think the only way, because Tom Brady's gonna win the MVP this year. If he goes to another playoffs, he keeps going, he's gonna win the MVP. But
I mean, I don't think he should get MVP. That's more of like a token award for him. Like if he gets it this year, you know what I mean?
he doesn't really care about it.
Yeah, he doesn't. At this
He cares
point in
about the
his
Super Bowl.
at this point in his career, like when you're a Tom Brady, like you know exactly where you're gonna land at the end of the season. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So like the focus the whole season and what Tom Brady does is just study. Can I get something to wash this down with? Um so what was I saying? Oh yeah. So for him, his whole season is literally prepping for the playoffs
Yeah.
and trying to get the Super Bowl. It's kind of sickening, to be honest. This guy has been to 10 Super Bowls.
It's very sickening. It's disturbing actually.
This dude, and let me tell you something. I know that we're not talking about the sport, but it's interesting. And you know who I'm gonna mention. It's interesting to say that LeBron and Tom Brady have spent half of their careers playing championship games.
Yeah.
That is insane. And you know what?
The-
Tom Brady is an old man. He's 45. But you know what? He's smart. He's hella smart. You know what I mean? He's hella smart. He's the smartest quarterback in the league. You know what I mean?
He's
And he
never been paid the highest quarterback in the
nope.
league. He's and he got so much goddamn money, and he got Giselle who's making too. I mean,
I tell you what, I take a reduction in pay.
well, to win championship, that's why he's been. That's why I think it's a secret. Is
Dave.
he's one of the best quarterbacks in leagues, and he's like he knows he doesn't have to pay a high paycheck because he has
Tom
to
Brady
win.
understands that you cannot win alone. And if you're gonna win, you're gonna need to make sure that nobody can compete against you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, and Tom Brady's goal is like, listen, I don't care about the money. Reduce my check. Give me the chips. Give me the rings. Because that's what it's about. You know what I mean? He understands what teamwork is and the camaraderie surrounded around being a team. You know what I mean? He's actually a really nice guy until you get on the field and have to play against him.
up. My bad, my bad. I don't know what just happened.
Raiders, no.
Okay, I don't know what just happened. Hold on. Okay, there you go.
So the Raiders are on a bye this week, right?
Yeah,
Who do they have coming back?
we got to play the Giants,
Okay. And
and
then
I'm
it's
watching the.
and then it's the Bucks after that or the week after.
We don't play the Bucks this season unless we went to the Super Bowl. Oh man, the Warriors are losing 98-86. Damn, they came
Damn,
back, bro.
that's
Oh no, it's
crazy.
close. 91-90. No, it's tied 91-91. That's gonna be a close game. Um, we got the Giants, which I think we're gonna beat the Giants. Then we got Chiefs, which I think we're gonna beat the Chiefs. Then we got Cincinnati, and then after Cincinnati Thanksgiving, we have another tough game, which is gonna be against the Cowboys. I'm trying to add you on, Birdman. I don't know how to add you, Birdman. I'm trying to invite you.
It's tied up right now. Holy smokes.
That's why I know. Let me see if I can send this. Oh, no,
Steph Curry got 36 points.
God, man, he's going off, bro.
And you know what? This reminds me of the year that LeBron got cheated out of an MVP. And the following year, he carried that sorry ass team to the championship. They lost, but
Well, wasn't because what's his name was injured.
who? No, that's the year that Kyrie left.
Oh, that's right. I'm trying to put you on, Birdman. I don't know how to do it. I'll have to figure it out. All right, so my brother-in-law said, or my brother said that
Wow.
he doesn't
Now
think the
my
Raiders.
in-law.
I know. My brother says so you don't think the Raiders are going to make the playoffs this year? That's what you said, right?
Who, me?
Yeah. Do you think the Raiders are going to make the playoffs this year?
Yes. I
Oh,
think
you
they'll
are?
make the playoffs. I don't think that they're gonna make it to the championship. I don't think they're not gonna have like a dreamy. It's not. They'll make it to the playoffs. They won't even be wild card. I
No,
don't
no.
think they won't be wild card. They may make it to the second round. Um, but it all depends on how they finish their season. They have to close out. They
Yeah,
can't fumble through the second half of their season like they're accustomed to doing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They do that and they maintain good pace, then they'll be in a good position come playoff time. You know what I mean?
Well, what I'm hoping is that they'll take our division. We'll be number one. I think Raiders will be number one, and I think the Chargers will be second. And we have a first. I think we'll have the. I think we'll probably have the best record. So we have a bye, and then you're gonna have to go through Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
That
And
whole
that's
if we
that's
if,
what they want. That's what
yeah, that's what we
they.
want. Which I mean, Rich is doing an excellent job. He's not messing nothing up. He's keeping the same thing. He's laying Derek Carr, which Derek Carr is pretty much running that offense, and Greg Olson is just telling, "Hey, we'll just fix this and that." So Derek Carr is pretty much being a Peyton Manning right now, and that's Derek Carr's idol is Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm.
So and then Peyton Manning goes sees him like every other offseason when Peyton Manning retired. He'll go to the Raiders training camp and visit them. So I mean, anything's possible, man. I think we might have an Eagles Super Bowl run, just like they got the Magic. We might be have the Magic too. I'm just hoping that, bro. It's just I'm hoping.
You know what's
So
crazy? That dream season for the Eagles, they did finish uh beating Tom Brady, right? In the
yeah,
Super Bowl?
I think that's the third team that ever beat Tom Brady.
Yeah, it was the Seahawks beat him, right? No.
No,
The no, so it's only two teams that beat him, the Giants and them.
yeah. Oh yeah. You're right.
Giants beat them twice. You know what's crazy? The Giants beat them twice with the same exact play. I want you to go back and look. Everybody watching this, go back and look. The freaky part of this is it's the same exact play to the same exact spot on the field, and the receiver caught it the same exact way on the helmet.
Yeah, I
Both,
seen that.
both of these plays was the plays that took Tom Brady's nuts. And you know what? Eli Manning, as much as I really didn't think he was that great of a quarterback,
Gotta give him
that is one
props.
thing he could retire with and say
I beat Tom Brady twice,
forever.
and he beat the undefeated, the juggernaut, 17 or was it 16-0 Patriots, bro.
Yeah,
That's crazy to think. Nobody thought they were gonna
that
be. I
was
didn't
an
even.
insane season.
Randy Moss just going off. It was crazy, bro. And this is what I was talking about right here. This right here. I was telling you, the Cowboys remind me of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If we beat the Cowgirls, I think we have a good chance of going all the way to playoffs to play Tom Brady. It'll be a rematch of the 2002 Super Bowl where we lost to John Gruden.
But do you really want to play Tom Brady in the Super Bowl?
Yes, I think Derek Carr wants to beat Tom Brady. You want to beat the best, and
Yeah,
you
you
want to beat.
you you want to, but I mean, is he ready for that?
He's been in this in the league for 8 9 years. Of course, he's ready for that.
That
He's
doesn't mean
lead.
it.
I mean, it means a lot. He has heart.
I have a lot of faith in what Tom Brady brings to the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
veteran.
don't get me wrong. Like Derek Carr, he's been around. He's a solid quarterback. He's very consistent. I've never had a problem with him. You know what I mean? He early in his career, he was just in bad systems. You know what I mean? It didn't fit him too well. Um, but I think he's good. He's good. It's good. It would be one hell of a Super Bowl. I think with something like that, we were looking at a very high scoring Super Bowl.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think too. And this is a great question too. Didn't Tom Brady hate Derek Carr in that interview when he was finding a new team? No. I honestly think he was talking about the Niners and talking about Garoppolo. I honestly think that's what happened because Tom Brady wanted to be drafted by the Niners. I think they told him they were going to draft him, and they didn't. So I think he was talking about the Niners, and he played with Playboy Jimmy Garoppolo, which I mean they're stupid if they didn't pick up Tom Brady. I mean that was messed up on Shanahan. Plus, Wes Welker came out and said they asked Tom Brady asked him, "Hey, I want to go to the Niners. I'll go," and Kyle Shanahan said no. Brady versus Carr. Yeah, I honestly think it's gonna happen, and I
That would
think
be a great classic Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like a pure and like last season they were kind of hyping that up as like a battle of the quarterbacks, but Patrick Mahomes is too young. This is really a good matchup because of the experience that both of the players and the intellect that both players bring to the field. You know what I mean? They both can pick apart defenses.
and
Um,
you saw it. You saw it against
Brady hates everyone that's not on his team, Birdman.
yeah,
That's just a given fact. If you're not on Tom Brady's team, he hates you.
yeah. Yeah, I mean I mean Derek Carr. When I saw him play against Broncos, where Broncos had a good defense, he was just tearing it apart.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he played against the Eagles had a good defense too. He was just it looked like he was practicing, bro. He had no trouble. He was like ice skating with tennis shoes on and just throwing dots. And I mean, I think he's gonna have I think he's gonna have another 90% game against the Giants.
You think so?
I think so, bro. I don't think Giants defense is that good.
Oh, mm,
He might have a good game.
yeah. Yeah. Their defense falls in that gray area. It's like sometimes yay, sometimes nay. But like,
98-98, bro. Holy shit.
oh, I can't see when you put your phone screen that close. It
Oh
whites
my
out.
bad. I think it's too bright.
Yo, the Grizzlies are really trying,
They're
and
trying.
it'll probably go into overtime. But I mean,
Warriors are gonna take an overtime.
Curry,
Let's see how much Curry has right now.
Curry's 36. He's a basketball god.
God damn. I don't know what Iguodala is doing in there. He should just get out. He's too old.
Defense,
Oh,
still
is that
got
what it
he
is?
still got some of the best hands. And this is what I don't short talk about basketball, but this is why I don't understand when people talk about uh
Lakers are winning March. Relax, bro.
yeah, that's true. I mean, the Lakers are gonna go to the playoffs. That's a given. You have LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, and you have Melo, who's now officially a top 10 scorer. But in the playoffs, when you have to face against Steph Curry, if you have to you have to win a 7-game series against Utah, the Lakers are not going to match up.
Yeah.
I
And
guarantee you Anthony Davis is going to have another major injury this year.
Yeah. What did you think about Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard fighting?
I think that goes to show, right, that you can't just put a bunch of guys on a roster and say go out there and play ball. Because you know what? Dwight Howard deserves his respect as a defensive big man, and Anthony Davis um is not on par with Dwight Howard's defense career wise. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So if you're gonna get on a guy, if you're gonna get on a guy for missing a play, like show some respect. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about like when 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 he was in his prime, he was the best big man in the league. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Back to
Facts.
back defensive player of the year. He was a beast. And you know
And
what?
that's what they were saying. The 75th player, he should have been on there.
He should have been on there. But see, the problem is Dwight doesn't have defense now, but when we're looking at careers, Aaron, Dwight is gonna go down as one of the best big men defenders. I mean,
Yes.
I don't know if people like watched him earlier, but the problem with why he didn't get on there was because it was a system of people that voted. It's not based on your stats. It's not based on what you did. It's based on how people feel about you and how people view you. Dwight got to a point in his career where he was good and he was great, but he thought that was enough, and then he started to feel himself too much. And you know what? The NBA responded, and he started ping ponging around teams to humble him out.
After the
You know what I mean?
Kobe situation, after the Lakers situation,
Right,
because Kobe he tried to get everything out, but Dwight just didn't want it, and he
right,
was
because
just too young in his
Dwight
career.
Dwight was like, I'm the man type of
Yeah,
situation. You know what I mean? And Kobe's like, I'm not dealing with that shit again. I went through that
yeah.
with Shaq.
It did go in overtime, guys. It's 98-98. Curry shot a three and he missed, so it went overtime, guys. So Curry might have 40 points by the end of this shit. All right, guys. There's 6 people on here. Thank you guys for coming. I want to guys show you something. I am doing a giveaway at 8,000 followers. Jay, you can't win this. I know you're gonna want it, Jay, but I ain't giving it to you, bro. All right. I'm gonna sign this, guys. Sign this. It's a custom King LV Raider jersey. Okay. At 1,000 followers, I am getting this way. I'm signing it, guys. It has a little Raider emblem on the front, but bam. At 1,000 followers, I will be giving this away for you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming. So yeah, we were just talking about the Raiders. He says that we are making the playoffs, but he said it's going to take us about 4 to 5 years before we bring a championship ring, which I think he's crazy. He's talking nonsense. He doesn't know Derek Carr, the GOAT. Talking about Tom Brady, the GOAT. Tom, you know what? Let me tell you something. The Raiders made Tom Brady. The Raiders got Tom Brady that dynasty by cheating. Okay,
My
just because the
God.
NFL hated the Raiders, they gave him that fake tuck roll. Say it's an incomplete pass. You know that, Jay. You know that Tom Brady wouldn't be who he is now if it wasn't because of the Raiders. He would have maybe not even no Super Bowls.
No, that's a stretch.
I'm saying it, bro.
That's a super stretch. Your arms must really hurt right now.
I mean, it was a fumble. If you watch that play, it's a fumble. See
So
right here, look.
we're gonna attribute 7 rings to one fumble.
Well, I mean, also the NFL gave him the deflate gate, gave him the spy gate. I mean, there was so much cheating going on with the goddamn Patriots. There's also the freaking massage parlor. I mean, come on, bro. Maybe they got some information from the massage parlor. He was getting something. Say, hey, give me some info from Deshaun Watson. They probably have the same connections. That's crazy, bro. These girls, bro. Do you think Deshaun Watson is gonna go to Miami before the trade deadline? He's not playing this year. Let's say that right now. The NFL is not going to let him play this year, guys.
I think they're gonna try to push him out the league completely.
I don't think so. He's too young, bro.
It,
You know
it
they'll put it under the. They've done it so many times. They can
yeah,
push it under the
but
rug.
you know what the problem is with that now, right? It's this, right? It's easy for people to spread ideas like wildfire. You know what I'm saying? So like it's easy to brush things under the rug when nobody's looking. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You can't brush stuff under the rug when you're afraid of losing business. You know what I mean? Um, well, I lost my train of thought. Damn ADD. Uh,
A lot of people are saying he want Carolina is probably because I think he went to high school over there, and Clemson
mhm.
is in Carolina.
South
So
Carolina.
he might want to go, which I think that would be a championship team because they got Gilmore over there and Gilmore's soaking up, and they got a good defense and they got a good offense when McCaffrey's on there. But if McCaffrey can stay healthy, that's the thing about it. But I mean, if you go to Carolina, that's a ready-made team for a championship. And I don't think Sam Darnold, he's a bust, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something about Deshaun Watson situation, right?
Too many
It's a lot
games.
of oh, that was classic.
My guy, Birdman. We gotta get Birdman in one day. He's pretty good, bro. He's an Eagle fan. He's very cool.
I could tell he's an Eagle fan. Uh, the Deshaun Watson situation. It's when you're trading a player and you want the player off your team because you don't want to deal with the BS that player is bringing to your team, and you're gonna shovel that on another team, and it's gonna be the same situation. Those problems, those problems are just gonna follow him and whatever franchise inherits them wherever he goes. You know what I mean? Anything that's bad for business, like you gotta go. You know
But
what I
I
mean?
mean, you remember the murder case with what's his name?
He was also found not guilty.
Ray Lewis?
Right.
I don't know, bro.
His
I've been reading
see
into it.
he had real friends, and they took the L for him.
Yeah,
That's what happened. You know what I mean?
the
That's what
song Diggs
happened.
and Ruggs. You know what? I think he's talking about Diggs from the Cowboys. He's really good, but he doesn't stick really good. He gives a lot of yards away, guys. He's good. Like I think his name right now on interception 7, but he gives a lot of plays away. I think Henry Ruggs is a deep threat wide receiver, and he's really fast. So I
Uh-huh.
think we might have him beat there. But I mean, that's gonna be a good game when we play against Dallas. No doubt, no doubt. Right now the score is 100 to 101.
Warriors.
Warriors are winning. 2 minutes and 2 minutes 30 seconds, guys. I think Warriors gonna win that game. Okay, so let's talk NBA. We talked about football. Been almost an hour, guys. What team? Brooklyn. Let's talk about Brooklyn.
Nope.
they're they're bad, bro. They're
You remember the sports cats video I sent you over the summertime? You remember that?
mhm.
Everything that I've spoken on in that video is starting to be manifested. I
Yeah.
mentioned the Nets, and the issue is they are like the Lakers. You overload your roster with this talent, right? And Brooklyn's problem is you put all this offensive talent, right? But these guys are not defensive minded at
It
all.
it reminds me of the old Oklahoma Thunder. You had um
That's all it is. At this point, you might as
yeah,
well trade Kyrie for Russell Westbrook, and
same thing.
let's have a rematch of the 2012 NBA Finals.
I mean, you're not lying, bro.
Here's the problem. I'm going to tell you. The Brooklyn Nets have the three guys leading their team that felt like they were the best thing to ever happen to their basketball teams. And they left their situations because they felt they were too good for their situations. You know what I mean?
No, he's not comparing the Lakers to the Nets. He's just talking about Westbrook because Westbrook and well, Kyrie, I think he's going to retire because he's
No,
not
see,
going to get.
I was just saying if you put Westbrook
Yeah,
on the Nets, then you got the Oklahoma City, a more
yeah,
mature version of the Oklahoma City
hmm
to go up against LeBron and two superstars like they did in Miami. And they
yeah,
got spanked. And Kevin
hmm
Durant cried.
yeah. Kevin Durant, let's just say this right now, is very sensitive. No matter he couldn't.
Kevin Durant right now in the game in basketball is the best scorer in the NBA right now. Right?
Well, he got a gold medal. He took Team USA and got a gold medal, and I thought that was pretty.
Chris Middleton has a gold medal too. So it's like, come on.
Stop.
Like
Don't.
but when you say that, like everybody who played on that team got a gold medal.
But Kevin Durant
The
carried
Towel
that
Boy
team.
got a gold medal.
I mean,
Of course he carried that team. Look who's on that team. Come on.
yeah,
This last Olympic, come on. Like they had roster space for Chris Middleton.
that's true.
But the problem is that the Nets don't play defense, right?
No.
And they have this fantasy in their head that they could just put on more points. But now the problem is that the league is really elite right now. This is the best talent in the league that there's ever been. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying? There has not the level of talent in this league is just overflowing with superstardom. You know? And guess what? Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden spend too much time whining and complaining while nobody gives them awards for being the best that they are.
Hmm.
And you know what? They're not going to win a championship in Brooklyn at all. Kyrie Irving is going to leave and he's going to blame it on everybody else except for himself. He's not going to say, you know what, on days where I should have shown up to work, I took too many mental health days because I just wasn't feeling myself when I woke up in the morning and I wasn't there for my team. It's a horrible situation happening in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think Kevin Durant is realizing that he probably made a mistake going to Brooklyn, and you got
I
Steve
think
Nash,
he does.
and
He made
and
a decision based on his feelings.
yeah, and I think Steve Nash is not the answer because it's the same system as what's his name, D'Antoni or what's his name,
D'Antoni.
D'Antoni. It's the same system. It's just a high scoring, powered offense, score no defense, just like it was in Houston, just like it was in Phoenix.
Steve Nash is a horrible coach.
Yeah, and D'Antoni's his assistant coach, bro.
Yeah, and people need like when your assistant coach used to be a head coach, your
You're the
whole
coach.
system is screwed.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? When you're hiring guys that are essentially only able to get demoted positions, you're trash. The whole
yeah,
system in Brooklyn is trash. Steve Nash doesn't know what he's doing. He got hired on the basis that he had an amazing career as a player. He just didn't get any championships. He was a great player. You know what I
yes,
mean?
yes,
He
yes,
was a
yes.
great player. So it would seem, but guess what? They don't learn because it didn't work out when Jason Kidd was a head coach either. You know what I mean? Just because you're a great player and you understand your position, it doesn't translate to you being able to go and coach a team. If you can't coach Kevin Durant and James Harden, I'm not even gonna mention Kyrie Irving and
He's not
Blake
even on there.
Griffin, like if you can't win games with these guys, then you're a horrible coach.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like imagine if Steve Kerr just didn't win rings.
when he
You
had Kevin Durant,
you know what I mean?
it would have been a
You're,
fail.
it's horrible. I tell you who everybody needs to pay attention to in the East. The Knicks.
Yes, 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 yes.
And I said this last season after I watched how they finished the season last year. They I didn't expect them to go through the playoffs. This year, I'm expecting them to make hella noise in the playoffs. They're picking up exactly where they left off. Julius Randle looks much better. RJ Barrett looks much more better, more comfortable. Um, Derrick Rose, he's playing his part. You know what I mean? They're playing a static defense. They're following up on rebounds. They're doing putbacks. They're
They're
following
old
through with
school.
defense. And
They're
that's
pretty
what
much old school.
and you know what's changed?
They slowed the tempo. They're slowing
They
the
hired
tempo.
the man.
Hmm.
They hired my guy. And he's a great coach. He's a great
Who is
coach.
it? Tim Thibodeau?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a great
He's
coach.
a great coach. He has the balance of defense and offense. You know what I mean? When you have a coach that thinks about offense from the jump, it's a great thing. You know what I mean? That's why I think Frank Vogel's a great coach. You know what I mean? Because he thinks defense.
Yeah,
You can't just think offense. You have to think defense. You have to think, okay, I already have the guys that can put the points on the board. I need you guys to also stop the other team from putting points on the board. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's very important in today's league where you have all these offensive weapons. I think the Knicks are going to finish top four this year in the standings. They're going to continue to shock everyone. They are going to be very hard to beat in the Garden. So far, they've played amazing on the road. I think the only game they lost was at home. They won again tonight. It's a really good time, to be a Knicks fan, and it's 104-101. Grizzlies
Yeah,
are up 4.8 seconds.
they just won. They got a defensive foul. So I think the Grizzlies won this game. Warriors are not undefeated no more.
Is the game
Damn it.
over or it's just four and a
Well,
half?
they just got a foul on Iguodala got a foul, and they're probably gonna shoot two right now. So I don't think they're gonna come back. So Warriors took a loss today. We'll see how many points Curry had.
He didn't have over 40, I don't think. No, he didn't score anything in overtime.
No, he didn't score nothing. Damn, bro. What the fuck, bro? Come on, Curry.
My
Gotta
guy's
score.
exhausted. I can't wait till Klay Thompson comes back.
Yeah. Oh man, that's gonna be a show. And then we get I think Wise. I don't know if Wiseman's back yet. I think he's still
Wiseman is
injured.
going to come back. I think. I think they should hold Wiseman until after All Star.
What's wrong with him?
He has surgery.
Oh,
He has surgery.
ankle surgery or
I
was it
think
his
so.
arm?
You know what? That's a good question.
All right, guys. Well, Jay, it was fun, man. Had an amazing talk about football, talk about basketball. We should do this more often.
It's a meniscus in his right knee,
Oh, okay. Ooh.
so he'll be back later in the season.
Okay.
But now imagine when he does come back. This is why I say it doesn't matter. It doesn't like the Lakers are going to be in the playoffs, but they have nowhere near the kind of cohesiveness that the Warriors have.
Yeah.
And when Klay Thompson comes back and Steph Curry's able to breathe a little bit, it's going to be hell for teams to try to defend them.
How you
And
think
Andrew
Klay Thompson?
Wiggins is stepping up.
He's stepping up. He is stepping up. But how do you think Clay's going to be? How do you think you think he's going to be
Yes.
a little bit different?
He's going to be much different. But I mean, now the Warriors still have a solid team.
Yes.
They have a solid team, so you really don't need to put too much pressure on them to do on the star players to do too much of anything except get to where they got to get. Like right now, Steph is doing a lot. He's doing a lot out there on the
That's
court.
what scares me because I don't want him to get injured. He's doing a lot, but
he's the strongest he's ever been.
Yeah.
And he's going out there. He's having fun. He took, last year was a good rest for them.
Yeah.
They needed that. This year is back to business. And I really thought they was going to beat the Lakers to get that spot in the playoffs last season. And I think if that would have happened, they would have been really hard to beat in the playoffs.
Yeah. But I still think Milwaukee will have won.
Yeah.
There's no way the Warriors would have beat Milwaukee.
No, not even close.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Jay, for coming. We should do this another time. I think we're probably going to do this. You want to do this like 2 times a week or something?
Yeah, that works.
We'll talk about sports, guys. Whatever we want to talk about. We just don't know. I don't know nothing about baseball.
No?
You know what's funny, bro? I seen this thing on TikTok where the Dodgers were celebrating when they beat the Giants like they won a championship. I was like, why are they celebrating like that? They haven't won the championship yet. And they're selling the popping champagne. They had the goggles on and everything. I was like, they just beat the Giants. They still have a couple more games to go. And look, they lost to the Braves. Why do they do that? Why?
It depends. If you haven't beaten a team for a while, or you've had a hard time beating a team in a certain venue.
But they were championship. They got the Mickey Mouse ring, and then they came back. And then, I would think they want to win 2 times in a row and be focused. But them to do that, it was kind of like a backfire on them.
That's how it always works.
I remember when Kobe, they never celebrated. Kobe never celebrated until they won that championship. Even when he won that championship, he's kind of like not really satisfied. And I think he was just chasing the GOAT, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
He wanted to get that. That's why Kobe will always be better than LeBron.
Oh my gosh. What? We all know
But hey,
the answer
guys.
to that. He's not though.
But guys, this was a great night, guys. Thank you for guys coming on. Thank you, Jay, for coming on. We'll probably do it another time. Maybe Monday we can do a recap of all the games.
Yeah, Monday works because I don't work, so I
Okay,
won't
and
be
then
exhausted.
yeah, because I think this Sunday the Raiders don't play, so we got to buy guys. So we probably won't do it this week, but we'll probably start next week. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, everybody. Till next time, Raiders. Jets suck. See you later, guys.
All right.